Hello, this is Rich Matney from ResumePlay.net, and today we're gonna do a little in-depth look at the Halo Reach multiplayer video that was released yesterday. Um, so let's get started. If you haven't watched this trailer, go to the site ResumePlay.net and check it out from start to finish. I'm gonna kind of go through it real slow and kind of zoom in and show you some things that you might not have seen the first time through, or however many times you watched it. But let's get started. Okay, so the first part here in the trailer, you're going to see this assassination, which is one of the new features. You see, this player here is coming up and assassinating from the front, which before you could only one hit kill from the back. So this is a pretty interesting sort of gameplay feature. Should definitely change the way the game flows. If you look here as the animation goes through, it's very, very detailed, and you've never really seen Spartans move this way. Like when that guy gets punched in the gut, I mean, he really kind of goes back from the punch. And especially when you see it real time, it really looks really freaking cool. So you see it go and boom. So that's pretty interesting. So assassinations are one new thing. One thing that I did notice when he has his hand back here, about right there, he doesn't actually have a knife or anything. He's just kind of punching him. So maybe there's gonna be a knife in his hand, some kind of something like that, or maybe it's just gonna be a punch. So since it is an alpha build, some of these things might not be in the game yet. So, but assassinations seem like they will be. They're pretty heavily. Bungie's really showing them off. So it'd be weird for them not to put those in the game. Let's continue on here. And right there, you saw one of the other new features, which is with elites. So if you watch this elite right here, he's going to run down this column and flip and actually roll, which, if you've played the Halo games before, especially in campaign, the AI elites usually do roll, around to kind of dodge. And it does make them harder to shoot because Halo's a game about headshots, the more you can shoot them in the head, the faster you kill them. So that this could be a very interesting gameplay. And you see he kind of dives in, and it should be interesting because you don't see any Spartans rolling anywhere. So this could be one of the abilities that only the elites have, which would make sense because it'd give you a reason to want to play them, if it fits your play style. So let's go ahead and continue on. And loadouts. This is pretty interesting because if you look here, you see they're featuring a guy with a jetpack, which is one of the new armor abilities, which is with invisibility, which you can see this guy's activating here, and sprint. The Spartan's actually in a sprint mode, which lets you run faster than a normal jog. So these are three of the armor abilities that you'll be able to choose from. Um, I don't know exactly how many there are. There are a few different ones that could be that seem to be in the game that they haven't really talked about. But I don't know if it's like Call of Duty loadouts where you'll be able to switch in game, and in Call of Duty you can go from a sniper class to a more assault class. So this might be a thing where you pick it right before the pregame and you're stuck with it throughout the whole game, or maybe you can during the respawn you can choose. So that's some of the loadouts here. Let's go ahead and take a look. If you look down here, as we get our first look at the HUD, you'll see down in this corner is an icon that there's never really been anything there, and that is what is to be believed and probably is your armor ability. So this kind of shape here, diamond shape with a lightning bolt in the center, seems to be the sprint. So that would, if you have the sprint ability on, you'll see that icon in the bottom right by the radar, and also you see this bar. It makes sense for that to be there because it's probably a timed ability. So this bar will probably sort of like the class actions in Borderlands when you use your turret or your your Bloodwing. there's a little refill bar that refills, and once it's refilled again, you can use that action again. So it's kind of like that, really. Um, so that's one of the new HUD features. The grenades, you'll notice throughout this trailer, there are looks to be at least 2 different types of grenades. You can carry up to 4, we've seen in some of the gameplay. So here's the type of grenade and the number you have. Also new is the shield bar, which you'll notice you have your what's believed to be the actual shield, and then down here is your health. So health packs are back in multiplayer, which will definitely change the way the game is played. Because if you've only got this 1 or 2 bars left, and then your shield, you'll die a lot faster that way. So you'll want to get to a health pack. So that will definitely change the way the game is played. Up here you have your weapon equipped, which this Spartan has the assault rifle. And if you look real close, let me move it ahead a few frames. You'll see your secondary weapon is there as well, and it also shows its ammo count, which this guy has the pistol. Down in the bottom right, you'll see the kind of standard time left in the game type, and the score. So that's not really all that different. One thing over here by the radar that is very different is it looks like callouts to where you are on the map. So if you played a lot of Halo multiplayer and you've played with people who play professionally or take it really serious, they have callouts for certain areas of the map. So that could be what this is for, or it could be just something that they have in their alpha build. So we don't really know, but that would be kind of cool to have them named by Bungie. So let's go ahead and continue on. And here's your first look at the jetpacks. Now you see 1, 2, 3 guys have it. So you'll see right there, and right here is the symbol for the jetpack ability. And you see Bungie has either blurred something out here, or something was messed up in the alpha build. Maybe they did not want us to read what that was. So that's kind of interesting. See, this is a capture the flag. Is making a return, obviously. And right here is also something very interesting. You'll see this Spartan has a new version of the shotgun, and he has, I'm not sure what this armor ability is. It's some kind of shield, because if you watch, once he gets hit here by this ghost, he still lives. He'll go down to 1 knee and he lives through it, which is pretty freaking cool. And it actually explodes afterwards and kills the ghost. Now, if it kills him, we don't know, because it goes to a next frame. So that is pretty interesting that, when you're getting charged by something, you could have a defense. You'll still die, but you could still take out the guy that's, with you, or trying to kill you. So if we go ahead a little farther, you see the new pistol, and right here you can see the 3 grenade count, so you will be able to carry up to 4. You see he gets the headshot there. Here you'll get to see the sprint ability, and I'll play this back real time. So he kind of takes off there for a little short bit, and he's about to jump up here. So you'll see it's kind of, like most games that are having the sprint now, Call of Duty and Borderlands and things like that. He just kind of takes the gun down to his side and kind of sprints. He's going to go up this grav lift and start to take out that guy. So this is a new look at, I believe, the BR or the DMR. I'm not sure. I haven't taken a close look at the gameplay models, but yeah, this will be one of those 2. If we go ahead a little farther, get a new look at the rocket launcher for a little bit